Okay, looking north on the Niagara River, the property's on the right. We've been so excited to do this voiceover for this video here. Just a spectacular property. As we pan over, you can see the sand and gravel beach area right there with the truck parked in the back. That's directly on the property. I mean, this is awesome. A few trees that are down in front of the property. Our guys that were cleaning it up opted to leave those because they were big fishermen, and they said that's good for the bass and the trout and whatnot to hang out by those old trees. So they left those, but you could definitely put a chain on those. You can pull them out with your pickup truck if you wanted to and slice them up. Good for bonfires too. Okay, so now we're up in the air. We're looking southeasterly at the property. It has about 170 feet of direct frontage here on the Niagara River in the White Ribbon trout fishing section of the river. So extremely rare property. Even without the trout fishing, this is an A1 river. Nice and clear. Floating, swimming, fishing, canoeing, kayaking, all that stuff right here. I mean, this is it. This is the big game. So now we're checking out. You can see where the truck is. We could have actually pulled the truck basically right through the water, but it had rained quite a bit the night before, and I wasn't sure how slippery or soft that would be, so I opted to park the truck right there where it is, looking northerly there. Just a stunning area. You'll see on the other side of the river, while you watch the video, you'll see some canoe and campground type deals. Because it's such a popular section of river, you've got Maggard canoe down the river, you've got ho-hum canoe up the river just a little bit, you've got one-eyed willies. So in the summertime, especially on the weekends, you're going to have quite a bit of traffic here, but during weekdays and the rest of the year, actually fairly peaceful out here. So you can see that little trail or whatnot there that's on the property. That bottom area is beautiful. Now we're looking easterly. The land rises up, as you'll see in a moment, and then it flattens out again on the top. And we've got at least one potential building site that the guys kind of mowed and cleaned out that we'll see once we get to the top here. What a property, oh my gosh. All these tracks were logged within about the last 2 years, but it was selective cut. It definitely was not clear cut. Quite a bit of timber left, in fact. So there you can see a site that the guys have just mowed out. They cut it a little short, so it almost looks like dirt there, but that is grass. It's just been cut pretty short. I'm sure by the time that you're watching this, it will have grown up into beautiful green grass again. So now panning back to look toward the river. So you can see those two drives. It's the drive on the left. This is a 5-acre tract. It's tract 6B. The parent tract was 10 acres. And it had such an immense amount of river frontage that we actually opted to split it into 2 tracts. And each tract still has a tremendous amount of river frontage. So about 170 feet of river frontage on this property. As we go easterly toward Marigold Drive, you can see, well, you can't quite see Marigold, but you can see the gravel easement roads that serve the tracts. So when the property has direct frontage on Marigold, there's not an approach or a driveway right now. But you pull off of Marigold right next to the property. So as soon as you pull in the gate and turn right, you're on the property. So that's Marigold on the left. Off in the distance on the left is the Barclay Conservation Area, very close to the property. I mean, you'll see plenty of deer and turkey right on your own tract here, but if you're a big hunter, the Barclay Conservation Area is about 400 acres of land that's open for hunting and recreation and whatnot. A really good access point to the river in the Barclay Conservation Area, which is pretty nice. If you want to do a little short float, you can put in your canoe or kayak right there. Take about a half-hour float right down to your own property and take out on your very own property, which is cool. So the meadow you see on the left off in the distance is the Barclay Conservation Area. Stunning property. So now we're basically over Marigold and we're looking northwesterly over the property. There you can see where the easement road comes in. So as soon as you pull in there, You hang a left and you're on the, hang a right and you're on the property. That open meadow area on the top is beautiful. Basically flat, maybe a little bit of roll to it. So now we're flying directly over the property. You can see that site in about the middle of the screen. Nice and private because you go through those trees and then you're out of sight of the meadow and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. If you wanted to, I mean, you could expand that, or you could go back further to the west the way we're flying right now. And if you took out some of the smaller trees, you'd have a nice view of this river valley and the river itself. I mean, you just have a lot of options on this one. Once we get into the bottom field, that is not where you want to build because that's flood zone. So, I mean, people do it, but you'd have to have a designed and engineered raised type structure to do that. And it's not that it couldn't be done, it certainly could, and people do that all the time on a nice river like this. But since you have the option of the large amount of land that's out of the flood zone, it's like, okay, why not just do that? So we're going to go over the river and turn northerly so that we're looking at the property on the right. It's a couple hundred feet. There you can see that gravel bar that kind of comes out in the water. That's the property down on the right. Very, very special tract. I mean, we've worked on getting this land up here for years, and just somewhat recently we finally did get everything put together, and we're so excited to be able to offer these beautiful properties, beautiful properties. We have not had a project like this before, and I really doubt we'll have a project like this in the future. I mean, this is the good stuff, top of the line here. I mean, on a very overcast day, this still was a pretty good video, so that's saying something. It really is gorgeous. Come on out and take a look. Certainly go to the website at InstantAcres.com. You can see if the property is still available. If it's not on the website, then unfortunately it's not available. But let us know what you're looking for. We won't have anything else like this more than likely, but we do try to get new properties all the time. So InstantAcres.com, we would love to hear from you.